Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am AdamMcKola. Man United have beaten Real Betis 4-1 in the end at Old Trafford. I wasn't there tonight, as funnily enough, since Sunday, when I'm not sure what happened on Sunday, but since Sunday, I've been massively ill. There were crazy weather today as well, and I thought I'd give it a miss. But Manchester United, thankfully, did turn up today at Old Trafford. Huge performance from Manchester United in that second half. The first half, despite the fact that we went ahead, I was a little bit worried going in at half-time, 1-1, having just seen De Gea kind of make an error and Real Betis hit the post. You start to worry about things. Did we get the reaction we wanted? But in that second half, it was much, much better from Manchester United, and we got that win in the end, and a comfortable win as well. A 3-goal lead now. Anything can happen, of course, and you could lose 3-0 against Real Betis, but it's 1 foot in the next round for Manchester United and a huge win at Old Trafford. We'll get stuck into what went down on the night, but before we do that, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing, etc. And as I said, it's been a difficult week, this week for Manchester United fans, Manchester United players. There wasn't much smiles at Old Trafford amongst the players and staff at the start. And United looked like they meant business. We started with the same 11 that lost against Liverpool. Now, I kind of understood it. I didn't want to see Bruno out wide like we have done. I've been disappointed to be seeing Bruno kind of sacrificed for Wout Weghorst so consistently. I don't mind it in a game as a tactical switch. I get it. It's worked at times, but I do think sacrificing Bruno consistently isn't the way to go. And it was good to see Bruno in more of his regular central position today. And he looked a lot better for it. I thought Bruno was our man of the match today. Got a goal that he deserved as well. But we started with the same 11 that lost against Liverpool. Now, that could go one or two ways. They could be really tired, really, lacking confidence, lacking everything. Or on the flip side, they'll want to come out and prove a point. And it looked like it was the latter when we got an early goal through Marcus Rashford. We had a goal disallowed through Weghorst, which was a clear offside. Fred was offside, I think, in the build-up. And then we see Delo mess up a pass to De Gea, which is shaky. And you're thinking, oh, I think that one was Delo's fault because he passed it quite high to De Gea. And De Gea couldn't really control it. But then from there, we win a free kick. We take that free kick quickly. And we hit them on the counter-attack. Good pass from Casemiro. Rashford gets into the box. He dribbles past his defender and blasts the ball past the goalkeeper. He just put all his anger in there. It was a fantastic finish from Marcus Rashford. And from there, you're thinking, right, let's go on and get another goal or two, get this crowd rocking, and let's see what happens. And then Weghorst seemed to miss sitter after sitter. And Betis scored. It was a goal that possibly should have been ruled out for handball. Although the current rules say that unless the goal scorer's hit the ball with his hand, then it still counts, which is silly to me because if there's a handball in the build-up, it should be ruled out, just as it would be if there was a foul in the build-up. It was a great finish from Jose Perez. Some may say De Gea could do a little bit better, but maybe a little bit harsh. I thought it was a very, very good finish from Jose Perez. But then De Gea did make a mistake from a pass again, and he nearly allowed Betis to score just before the break, and it was such a poor pass. Lisandro Martinez was clearly on, and it was one of those where you're going, what are you doing? Like, what is going through your brain at that point? Because it's such an easy pass. And he messed it up. He went to Betis and Perez nearly scored again. And you're thinking, what are you doing? And if Erik ten Hag wasn't to renew his contract, I could kind of see why. I can kind of see why, because he's making a lot of mistakes still. And yes, he has those huge saves in him, but I think you have to be ruthless. And I think Erik ten Hag will have to be ruthless. And, all right, maybe De Gea stays as a number 2. But is he going to want to stay as a number 2? I don't know. Which number 1 would you get? I don't know. But some of those mistakes, man, they're horrible. And we need to get rid of them. And it's clearly a way that the manager wants to play. Anyway, the first half performance wasn't what we wanted. Although we got the early goal, we didn't capitalise on it. We didn't take our chances. We allowed Betis back into the game, and we started to show a little bit of shakiness just before half-time. Then the manager makes a sub, Wan-Bissaka on for Delo. I kind of thought Wan-Bissaka was unlucky to lose his spot in the team. I think Delo's had a good season up until a point, but I don't think he was great in the first half today. I don't think he was great against Liverpool, obviously. And he's had an error in him, but I thought Wan-Bissaka was doing really well, which is a shock to me. I would never have expected to be saying that at this point in the season. And Wan-Bissaka did really well coming on. He was aggressive, he was tenacious in his tackling, and he was even having shots as well. And then Anthony steps up with a goal. It's the only goal he seems to score. His 7th goal of the season for Manchester United. It was a superb goal from him. And it really got us going, got us playing with confidence, and got us in control of the game again. Now, Anthony could have again, had a hat-trick on the day. He had so many chances after. He had one chance where he could have squared it to 3 United players who were sitting there in front of goal. And look, if the game finishes 3-1 and you haven't quite finished them off, I'm sitting here moaning about them. But I think, in the end, we win 4-1. Can't be too harsh on him because the goal that he did score was absolutely amazing. But he could have had a hat-trick today. And he could have had an assist as well. And then Bruno got his 8th for the season with a header from the near post. It was a very good header from a Luke Shaw corner. I think Luke Shaw had an off day today. He was at fault for their goal in the first half. Probably could have closed down Ayoze Perez a little bit more. And he looked a little bit fatigued, a little bit tired. But another assist from him for the season. Bruno Fernandes getting his head on the ball. Good header from him. Bravo could possibly save that, but who cares? We'll say it was a powerful header from Bruno Fernandes that done it. And then after that, as I said, Anthony could have made it 4, scoops it onto the roof of the net after a fantastic move by Man United when he probably could have squared it. If you don't score that one, everyone's asking why you didn't square it. Because he had Fred, Rashford, and I think Weghorst there as well. So, yeah, he probably should have squared that one. He didn't, though. Rashford off, Sancho on, Shaw off, Malacia on were subs that were made. Then Weghorst missed another chance. Then set up Anthony, who missed another one. Before we saw Fred come off for McTominay and Anthony off for Gary Pellistri. And then it was Gary Pellistri who set up the goal for... I say set it up. He wouldn't have got the assist. But it was a fantastic run. The corner went to him on the edge of the box. And he took a touch and you're thinking, mate, should you have had a shot there? Kind of let the defender close him down. But then he took the defender for a walk around the box. Gets into the box. The defenders were probably so used to Anthony cutting on the inside that once Pellistri went on the outside, they were like, oh my God, didn't expect this to happen. He did that, took them to the byline, got the cross in for McTominay, who had a good effort save. And then Weghorst could not miss. He had about 5-6 chances today. Finally got a goal for himself. Look, he works really hard and everything. But Martial's injury has absolutely done us one this season, hasn't it? And we need a new striker. And I see a lot of people saying, look, Wout Weghorst scored today. Chuff for him. I think he works his balls off. But we shouldn't be making this a permanent deal for sure. He doesn't score enough of his chances. Yes, the pressing's good and all that kind of stuff, but play Aaron Wan-Bissaka there or something. I don't know, but look, no, not for me on a permanent, but temporary stopgap basis. He's working his balls off. He's trying to do things. He's trying to make things happen, and we haven't got a striker. But sometimes he needs to take some of his chances, man, because one day we're going to be ruining them. We're going to be ruining them. But nevertheless, he got a goal today, and he looked like he was going to cry. That's how much it means to him. That's how much it means to him. So, buzzing for him. But, anyway, 4-1 win for Manchester United. Huge win for the Reds. 1 foot into the next round. Although we can't go to Spain and take our eye off the prize or eye off the ball. Because if we do and they're leading 1-0, 2-0 at half time, then you got a problem on your hands. So, we need to go there and take things seriously. But I thought today, in the end, was a positive reaction from the Reds. Thought Bruno Fernandes was fantastic. Man of the match performance from him. I thought he was abysmal against Liverpool, like a lot of the players were. But I thought some of the lies about him asking to be taken off I just found it was a little bit unfair. So to see him put in a performance like that, get a goal, buzzing for him. Yeah. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Bruno was my man of the match. But yeah, catch you later. Anyway, make sure you subscribe.